Hi friends, welcome back to another video. By the time this video goes up, I'm pretty sure we'll already be in 2022. So happy new year to you all. I hope that this year brings a lot of success, health, and relief to everyone. I know the past couple years have been pretty rough, but fingers crossed 2022 will get better. Today I wanted to share with you guys some of the best makeup that I tried in 2021. Most of these items, well actually all of these items, are makeup products and some beauty tools that were new to me or I tried in 2021 and have continued to use. I tried to pick things that I've been using for at least 2 or 3 months. Most of these I would say I've been using for more than 3 months, but I think the newest ones have been maybe 2 to 3 months. When I decided I wanted to film this type of video and I was just going over my head a lot of the products that I used most often in 2021, I tried to write down the first product that came to mind without thinking too much into it. So this is not to say some of the other products that I tried this year are not good, but these are the ones that definitely stood out to me. So let's go ahead and just start off with the tools since I don't have that many, obviously compared to the makeup products. And specifically, these tools are makeup brushes, and the best of 2021 for me are most definitely the Anisa Beauty brushes. I'm sure you've seen these around on Instagram and or TikTok. I feel like I'm seeing them being talked about more in the past couple months. Not only do they have makeup application brushes, but they also have skincare brushes that I really enjoy and use. Not as often as the makeup brushes, but definitely I would say check these out. My favorite of these brushes, if you are gonna buy just one, is going to be the Anisa Beauty Pinnacle foundation brush, and mine is stained because I did use it today. It is this triangle shape. You can see it's pretty dense, and if you want more details on this brush, and I go a little bit more in depth on this brush, then check out my favorite makeup brush videos. I'll link it here in the cards or somewhere below if you want more details. My second out of the Anisa Beauty brushes would definitely be their angled concealer brush. So I historically have used my beauty sponge for concealer, but ever since discovering this brush, I've been using this for my concealer almost exclusively. I'm gonna try to not spend forever on every single one of these items, otherwise this video is gonna be hours long, but for any of the items that I do have a full-length review on, I'll mention it and either add that video to the card somewhere here or I'll leave it in the description bar below. Okay, so let's go in order of makeup application, starting with primer. And the primer that I discovered in 2021 that I have been really enjoying, which is new to me, is the Urban Decay All Nighter Face Primer. As you can see, mine is pretty used up. I've already purchased my second tube of this guy, and it is meant to be a long wear foundation grip primer. It says here to prep, smooth, and perfect, and I definitely feel like it stands up to the claim. I've been using this a lot more. Actually, this is the only primer I've been using more recently. As you guys know, if you've watched some of my other videos, the Milk Hydro Grip Primer has been my favorite for the past couple years, and this in the past couple months has replaced it. Foundation. So foundations, both of these foundations that I'm going to talk about, because I do have two, I have complete videos, reviews on them. So if you're interested in that, again, check out my channel for these videos. But let's start off with the one that I've had the longest, and that is the Il Makiage Woke Up Like This foundation. I have mine in 2 shades. I have the shade 60 and 95, and I do really enjoy this. I had been using this for, I would say, the first half of the year for the most part, until I came across the JOA Crystal Glow Primation Foundation. I did a review on this more recently, I want to say maybe a month or 2 ago, and I really love the way this looks on the skin. It's a very skin-like texture and look and feel that it gives you. It wears beautifully. I have not tried it without primer just yet, just because I'm in the habit of always using primer, but I would highly recommend you check this out. The price is also not bad at all. I think it's around $14-ish, $14 or $15 compared to the Il Makiage. It's a higher end foundation. I think that one's around $30. Oh, and I have the shade PLW 060 in the Joa Beauty foundation. I'm going in order of the way I apply my makeup, so this might be a little bit all over the place. So the next thing that I usually do in my makeup application is my cream contour. And of the products that I used and discovered in 2021, the one that takes the cake for cream contour is definitely the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. Again, I have a full-length video on this bronzer if you are interested in checking it out. As you can see, I have used quite a bit. This guy is about $6 or so, so really affordable. They have multiple shades. The shade that I use the most is Honey Drip. I think this is second or third to the lightest. And I also use the shade Bronze Belle. I tend to use this a bit more in the summertime when I was a little more tanned. Blends beautifully, has a great undertone, lasts really well, and you can layer powders on top of it beautifully. For some of these categories, I do have more than one item, so I do apologize for that. But in those cases that I have more than one item, I'm pretty sure I have like a high-end and a drugstore option, so to give you guys a little bit more variety. And the reason why I picked two for some of these categories is because they are really two items that I had been using interchangeably or more often compared to other items. So next, cream blush. That's the category we're going to talk about next. I'm sure you're aware cream blush and cream products in general have just been the it product of 2021, I feel like. And so there are two cream products, blushes specifically, that I have been really enjoying and discovered this year. Let's start with the drugstore option, and that is from Milani. And I don't think I have a full review. I think I might have used it in a new at the drugstore video. This is their Chef Kiss Cream Blush, and I have mine in the shade 110 Nude Kiss. And it is this really pretty pinky, slightly mauve shade. I feel like it blends beautifully over my foundation. I don't feel like it lifts anything or it moves anything around or separates, and it lasts all day. And my higher end option is going to be from Jouer, and this is their Blush and Bloom Uplift Duo, Cheek and Lip Duo. So you can also use this on the lips. The shades I have is Uplift Me and Amuse Me. And I do have this on today. And so this is the shade right here, Uplift Me. So it's a more of a lighter pinky color. And this is actually the shade that I find myself using the most. And the other shade is Amuse Me. And this is a deeper, more mauve-y tone. We've got a little bit more depth to that shade. So both are really beautiful. They blend beautifully. They last, they're pigmented, and you get them in this really great duo. I also have a discount code with Jouer. It is Glitz by Day 15, where you can get 15% off your purchase if you are interested. That is an affiliate code, so I do make a little bit of commission off of that sale, so just keep that in mind. For concealer, this is another category that I have two options for you guys, a drugstore and a high-end. And again, let's start with the drugstore. This one, honestly, I can't remember if I discovered it or started using it in 2021 or if I started using it the end of 2020. So I'm not 100% sure, but either way, the e.l.f. Camo Hydrating Concealer has been my probably my #1 used concealer in this year. You can see here, well, I've shook it around, so you can see how much of this I've used. This shade is the shade that I've used the most, and this is light beige, which has more of a warm undertone. And I also use the shade medium peach, which has a little bit more of a peachy tone to it, to help correct my under eye darkness. So I often mix these two shades, and it's around $5-6, so steal with this one. The high-end option that I've been using the most and kind of got into more in 2021, I want to say I actually got this. Did I get this in a BoxyCharm this year? Yes. Anyway, this is the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue Concealer. I have mine in the shade 13 Light Medium. So you can see how much of this I've used. I'm pretty sure I got this in a BoxyCharm over the summer or early summer, which if you haven't noticed, I ended up canceling my BoxyCharm subscription, I think in like August or September. I was considering making a video about it, but life happened and I never got around to it. But if you guys want me to make a video on why I ended up canceling my BoxyCharm subscription, let me know in the comments below and I will totally do that. So the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue Concealer, this one lasts all day. It's more of a matte finish, I would say, compared to the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I do sometimes mix these two if, especially in the summertime, if I don't want as a hydrating concealer, if it's going to be hot and sweaty, so I'll mix the two. So another one that I do recommend checking out. I do think this shade is just a smidge too light for me, and I've used up about half of this, so when I repurchase, I am going to be getting a deeper shade. Next in order of application would be my loose powder, and to be honest, I really didn't find a new loose powder that I absolutely loved. I've just been using the one that's basically my holy grail, the Laura Mercier translucent powder, the one that we all know and love for the most part. I did try the new Makeup Forever loose setting powder, the Ultra HD one, which I wasn't a huge fan of. I tried that in my Sephora VIB sale haul, so if you want to check that out. I do have to admit that I've only used it like twice maybe, so I do need to play with it more, but as of right now, my Laura Mercier powder, it has been my go-to for loose powder. Next is our setting powder or press powder. And in this category, I also have two options. Both of these options are drugstore options, and both are, in my opinion, great. We have the Moira Cosmetics Lavish Pressed Finishing Powder, and I have the shade 400 Medium. And the second one that I have, which actually fell and shattered on Christmas Eve, and it's out of stock everywhere. So if that's any indication about how good this powder is, there you go. And this is the NYX. I'm trying to get it not to dump out everywhere. So the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop Setting Powder, Mattifying Powder, and I also have the shade Medium. These two powders, pricing is comparable if I'm not mistaken. I think this one is about $8 and this one is right around the same. I have a full-on in-depth video comparing the two. They're battling it out, and I believe the Moira Cosmetics won in that video, but honestly, they're both really great. So whichever one you are able to pick up, I do highly recommend. I think you're going to enjoy it. It mattifies, it blurs, it smooths, it doesn't look cakey on the skin. It layers gorgeously, so definitely loving both of these. For bronzer, and this is a powder bronzer this year, I don't think I tried very many. I want to say I tried the Jaclyn Hill one that was in the duo, I tried one from Essence, and I tried a cream one that came in the Sephora Favorites kit, but so only two. But out of those two, I really was pleasantly surprised with the Essence bronzer from the Glowing Gold collection that came out this summer. It was stunning in my opinion. I have the shade Too Good as Gold, and this is a baked bronzer. It does have some luminosity to it, so it's definitely not matte, so keep that in mind. I just felt like the undertone of this and the shimmer of this looked so pretty when I applied it. So I'll do a swatch here on my finger, and actually on my finger you can't really see that you can't see the shimmer. It's not glittery. I think that's what I'm trying to say. It does have some sheen. It's a beautiful undertone in my opinion. It is more warm than neutral, and I really loved this one. This may have been a limited edition collection, so I don't know if it's still available, but if you're able to find it, or if you do have it, I do suggest pulling this out. There were other products part of this collection that I also tried out. Again, I do have a video on it, so if you're interested in more details, go check that out. Highlight is our next category, and this category actually took me a little bit to really think about the highlights that I tried this year and which one of those that I found myself using the most. Again, I think I tried 3 or 4 this year, which were all great, but out of those, the one that I found myself going back to and using the most is from actually Jaclyn Cosmetics, and this is the shade Mesmerized that I have. So this is it right here. You can see I've made pretty good progress in it. It looks used. It looks well loved. And I honestly was caught off guard with the formula of this. I know her highlights are really popular. A lot of people love it. There are some people that also don't enjoy it. And I had never tried them before prior to purchasing this early in 2021. But I really love the shade. It's a more pinky rose gold peach color. It lasted beautifully. It's a blinding highlight without looking too, how do I say this? Without looking too glittery. It just really does look like glow from within. I'm actually not wearing this today. I probably should have, but I really love the way this goes on. I don't feel like it emphasizes my texture. I do have quite a bit of texture on my face. I am acne prone and often get breakouts, but I don't feel like this emphasizes that at all. For the blush category, I did try a couple, and this is powder blush. I did try, again, maybe 2 or 3 this year. So the Jaclyn Hill Quad, which I actually did enjoy. And I also tried out the Moira Cosmetics Ombre blushes. This one right here is in the shade Tender Rose. I actually just picked up another one, which is in the shade, I think it's Morning Sun. So out of those, I would say the Moira Cosmetics is the best of 2020 for me out of the ones that I purchased. This is a matte formula. I feel like you can play with the depth of pigment that you want because it has that ombre. If you want something a little lighter pink or a little bit deeper mauve, and it goes on really smoothly. It layers really well. Affordable. I think they're like $8 or $9 if I'm not mistaken. The quality is great. I actually feel like Moira Cosmetics is a brand that's really underrated. They have really quality products for really great prices. So if you haven't checked out Moira Cosmetics, I do recommend checking them out just in a whole. I've tried out multiple things from Moira Cosmetics. We've already covered, I think, 2 or 3 in this video. So go check them out. Next is brows. So this is a product that I'm actually really surprised I continue to use and was surprised at how much I enjoyed it. And this is the NYX Lift Snatch Brow Tint Pen. This guy right here. I have a full detailed video on this product if you want to check it out, but I am wearing it today. I've been using this more and more the past couple months. It does take a bit of practice and there is a bit of a learning curve to kind of get the hang of it. Luckily for me, I've been blessed with pretty good brows overall. That's my Latina and Middle Eastern genes coming through, so thank you for that. But I do feel like this gets easier to use the more you practice with it. I don't feel like it deposits too much pigment. This is actually one that my husband made a comment on how good my eyebrows looked when I started using this more often. So I mean, when you can get your partner to notice you've done something differently with your makeup and they actually like it, I feel like that's a home run then and there. Now, one of the most fun categories, this is eyeshadow palettes. And so I have 2 products here in the eyeshadow palette category, which are both pretty affordable in my opinion. The first one I wanted to talk to you guys about is one that caught me off guard, and this is from ColourPop actually. And if you've been here on my channel for a while, you'll know it's very rare that I purchase eyeshadow from ColourPop just because most of their shades tend to have carmine and I have an allergy to it. But this quad right here is their Dare to Bare Pressed Powder Palette, this quad right here, and I actually think I've used this more than any other eyeshadow palette this year. Granted, I haven't been wearing eyeshadow a lot, especially during the week at work. I'm not wearing any eyeshadow because we're in masks most of the day anyway. And then on the weekends, if I'm not doing an eye look for a video and I'm just doing something quick and easy, I'm most likely using this eyeshadow palette. It comes with 4 matte shades and you can see which ones I've made quite a dent into. I'm actually wearing this today. I use the deepest shade right here to create this kind of eyeshadow wing. And I use the lightest shade all over my lid and this shade right here in my crease to give me a bit of a definition. And I think this is like $5, $6, somewhere around there, maybe less. I now own 3 of these. I just picked up another quad recently, and I did a full review on this quad as well as the other quad that I picked up at the time, which has deeper shades, on my channel when I purchased it. The other palette that I tried out, which was a bit more pricey than the quad and also has more shades, but I also found myself dipping into it quite a bit, is the Luis Torres Beauty with Beauty Creations collaboration. If you don't know who Luis Torres is, he is a makeup artist out of Mexico, who I actually started hearing about this year as well. And the palette on the inside, I think I picked this up like in October, beginning of October. And again, I do have a full review on it. You can see which shades I've played with. These mattes here are stunning. The shimmers are stunning. I did a full look using this palette on my channel, and I'm really impressed with the quality of the mattes and the shimmers. This was my first eyeshadow palette from Beauty Creations that I had ever tried, and I did really enjoy it. I do still really enjoy it. I think it's still available as well, so if you are interested, I would say get on their website and grab it while you can, because I don't think this is going to be a collab that's around forever. So staying in the theme of eyeshadows, and these are actually eyeshadow singles that I wanted to talk about, and this is another product from Moira Cosmetics. And guys, when I tell you Moira Cosmetics is so underrated, it is so underrated. Please go check out their website, pick up a couple things if you can, but these are their Lucent cream shadows. Again, I have a video on these if you want more details. Super affordable. I think they're around $5-ish, maybe even $4. I have 4 shades. Those 4 shades I do showcase in the video that I did, and most recently I picked up another shade, which is 25 Starlight, this white shade, which is absolutely stunning. Do a quick swatch. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Just so ethereal, beautiful for holiday, going out, you want something on your eyes that's gonna pop, or an inner corner. Check these out. They have so many colors and they're all stunning. Eyeliner, specifically liquid liner, and to be honest, liquid liner, I'm still on the hunt. I haven't found one this year that I've been absolutely obsessed with. NYX had a liquid eyeliner that was my #1 ultimate favorite that they discontinued or reformulated, and now I think it's called the NYX Epic Wear Matte. It's the one that you dip in, not the felt tip, and that new formula has carmine in it, so I can't use it. I've tried a couple. I've tried the e.l.f. one, which is okay. I've also tried a Maybelline one, which I did not like. If you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen me post about that one. It cracked, and it just was not what I wanted. And I currently am testing out the LA Girl brush tip liner, which I'll save my thoughts on that one. Maybe I'll do a full video on that. So I am using the Rare Beauty liquid liner. I actually do like that one, but that one I think I picked up last year. So it wasn't a 2021 discovery. Or was it? I don't remember. But if it was, then I would say the Rare Beauty liquid liner, that would take the eyeliner category for me. Mascara is another category that I've tried several this year. I tried the Rare Beauty one. Most recently, I've tried the e.l.f. Big Mood Mascara. I tried the Maybelline Falsies. What's it called? I'll put a picture somewhere here. And I also tried one from Milani. I think those were all the ones that I tried. And to be honest, all of them were good. I have no complaints about any of the ones that I mentioned. But the one that really stood out to me is actually from Milani, this one specifically, and this is their highly rated anti-gravity mascara. It's this guy right here. I have been obsessed. This is what I'm wearing today, and I've been wearing it pretty much every time I do my makeup. I've been wearing this mascara. I don't think it was waterproof. I need to double check on that. This lasts all day, does not smudge, does not budge, and I do tend to have oily eyelids if I'm not wearing any eyeshadow or any powder on my eyes. So I do have what some mascaras have it transfer. I'll end up seeing it down here or up here, and honestly this one I can wear it for 10 plus hours and it looks just as great. I also, I think, was it like last week, I wore it all day to work. I went to the gym and worked out with it on, came home, showered, and I had no like residue around my eyes. You know, like when you wash your mascara off and you have all that black lining, nothing. And it looked like it just rolled right off my eyelashes. I don't think it's a tubey mascara, so I just found that interesting. But I would say if you have not tried this mascara, go grab it and check it out. It leaves my lashes lifted throughout the day. I don't have like super long lashes or really curly lashes, but they're pretty good and they stay lifted. I don't feel like they fall. So super impressed with this guy. All right, next category, lip liners. For this lip liner find, I actually have a Rose from Rose & Ben to thank for this. This is from Buxom, and this is their Powerline Plumping Lip Liners. And I have mine in 2 shades. The first one I picked up was this brown shade in High Def Honey, which I'll do a swatch for it right there. Really beautiful color. Perfect for that kind of brown 90s grunge lip. And the other shade that I picked up is this pinky shade, and this is Dangerous Dolly. I'm actually wearing this today. And this is one of the shades that Rose used all the time on her Instagram story. I don't usually wear pinky lipsticks, but ever since getting this lip liner, I feel like I've felt more comfortable wearing them. Really love the texture, how creamy they are, long lasting, and I do recommend checking these out. We're almost to the end, guys, so hang in there. I really hope this video is not eons long. Lipstick, the brand that just blew everybody else out of the water this year is Milani. If you haven't heard about these lipsticks this year, honestly, where have you been? They are all over social media, TikTok, Instagram, everywhere. This is their Color Fetish matte lipsticks, and they came out with more of a nude line that a lot of people were duping for Charlotte Tilbury and stuff like that. So I have the shades 420 Tease, which is this shade right here. The other shade that I have from their first launch is 430 Secret, and this is a more pinky shade, and I'm actually wearing this today. These were so hard to find at the time. They've been sold out depending on where you go, and they more recently launched Color Fetish matte lipstick line in, I think it's a floral collection, and they released 4 or 5 shades, and I picked up 2 of those, these 2 right here. I picked up the shade 340 in Poppy, which is this really stunning deep red shade. I haven't tried it yet on. So here we go. That's the shade Poppy, stunning red color. And the other shade that I picked up is 360 Dahlia, and dahlias are actually my favorite flower. And this is this really rich purple shade, a vampy shade. Again, I haven't tried these yet, so let's do a swatch. Oh, that's so pretty. So you've got Dahlia right there and Poppy right here. They have quite a few other shades as well. So, and these I think are around like $7 or $8. Milani with the lipstick knocked it out of the park. Mascara knocked it out of the park. Cream blush also knocked it out of the park. I think we have a couple of brands that have been mentioned multiple times in this video. I think it's really interesting to see just how the variety of products that different brands have, and some that do work and don't work. So depending on your preferences, just because one product from a specific brand doesn't work for you, doesn't mean necessarily you can't find something else in their line that may work. We're getting down to the wire here. The next product, and which is almost pretty much last in my makeup routine, is lip gloss, if and when I'm gonna use it. But I should have talked about this earlier on, but I should have put in a category of like lip balm or lip treatment. that I would usually put on before even starting my foundation to get my lips hydrated throughout my makeup application process. And I do actually have two. One of them I think is in one of my purses, and that is the Jouer lip balm or lip enhancer balm. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but I'll put a picture. And I actually finished that one up this year, or it's got very little and it's in one of my purses. The other one that I was really surprised and impressed with is from Jason Wu, and it's this guy right here. This is their Nourishing lip oil. You can see how much of that I've used. More than half of it's gone, and this guy honestly lives at my desk at work. I use this to keep my lips hydrated while I'm at work. I'm wearing a mask for most of the day, and I feel like that does dry out my lips. It's a non-sticky formula, really nourishing. Don't think it really has a scent, or if it does, it's a really subtle scent. It's got a really subtle, I guess you could say sweet scent, but it's not like super overpowering like a lot of lip glosses, which I really don't like. And I think this one is around $11 or $12. I did do a video on the Jason Wu Beauty line, so again, check that out on my channel if you're interested, but this one is great. And then for lip glosses, again, these are products that I tried new in 2021. These are the glosses from Tower 28. I have 3 of them. The first one that I picked up is this guy right here, and this is in the shade Wild. This was released earlier this year in partnership with the Cameron Boyce Foundation. If I'm not mistaken, some of the funds went towards epilepsy research or something like that. So there's this one. And then in the Sephora VIB sale, they had a duo, which was the Just Add Milky Duo, where we got 2. Obviously, we got this shade right here, which you can see I've used quite a bit, and this is the shade Chestnut, and then also this clear shade in Chill. I really enjoyed this lip gloss, non-sticky formula, really shiny, feels nice on the lips, really nourishing, and decently priced. They're not super expensive. I think they're around $12, maybe $14. And last but not least, the last step in my makeup application product is going to be setting spray. And this product is probably the one that I've used the shortest period of time, because I actually just picked this up a couple weeks ago. This is from Pixi, and this is their Pixi Hydrating Milky Mist that contains hyaluronic acid and oats. It's a soothing mist. I actually tried this several years ago, and it was a time where I was having really bad breakouts. My skin was just not happy with me, and I had this at the time, and I thought this was triggering more breakouts. It turned out to be something else, but I haven't picked it up since. And actually, I saw someone on Instagram talk about this and reread the ingredients and figured I'd give it a try again. And honestly, I have been really enjoying it. I do feel like it adds extra hydration to my face. I don't feel like it's been irritating my face at all. It has a very subtle scent. And I love the mist on this thing. It is the most softest angelic veil of mist when you spray this, not aggressive whatsoever. So I have been really enjoying this. I actually also want to try their like glowy mist or dewy mist one as well, but I've only been using this for about 2 or 3 weeks. All right, so that is everything. I'm pretty sure we've covered the best of makeup 2021 of new products, new brands that I tried out this year. Let me know in the comments below if you tried any of these this year, or if any of these are also your favorites or have become part of your makeup routine. I'd love to know. And if there's any other products that you discovered in 2020 that you really enjoyed, share that in the comments below. I'd love to check some of those out, and also so we can share with each other some of our holy grails or new finds. Don't really believe in gatekeeping here. If it's something I love and really enjoy, I'm going to share it with you guys so you guys can get on it and reap the benefits as well. Thank you for checking out my video. And don't forget to subscribe before you leave. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. That lets me know that you enjoy this content. I wish you all a very happy new year. Make sure you stick around to see what other new and exciting products we find in 2022. if any of these are going to be replaced in 2022. So we'll see where it takes us. Thanks again for joining, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.